Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we're going to look at modules in Python. My name is Mildred. In the last lesson, we looked at dates and maths, and we look at the different methods and constants that these modules have in Python. Now, we said we use the import statement to import modules into a new project, and we have not clearly defined what a module is and how to use them. And we know that a module is like another file that contains methods, functions, code, classes, whatever it is that we can actually include in another project. We can include the whole module, or we can include specific functions and methods from those files or from those modules. We looked at an example by importing datetime. We also imported math, and we use the import statement like this, and then the name of the module that we want to import, and then the name of the module. I have a file called messages.py, and in this file I have defined two functions: a function called greet that prints out hello and welcome, and a function called greet someone that takes a parameter name and then it greets hello, the name that you pass in as an argument to the function call, and then the full text: hello, the name of the person, and welcome. I want to use one of these, like the greet someone, in a different file, and I don't want to have to rewrite this method. You are going to see this a lot in software development, where you have a helper file, and in the helper file you are going to define all your methods and your functions and your constants that you use across several other files. And what you do in the file you want to use this as, let's say I want to use the greet someone, I am going to come to my modules.py file here. It can be any name you want. I'm just using this for illustration, and I'll say something import messages. The file name is messages.py. You are just importing messages. Because they are in the same directory, it looks for a file called messages and then import all of its functions and methods. And at this point, I can decide that I want to say, since I have imported messages, I can actually use one of the methods here. So let's say greet someone name. So let's say print, and I want to print messages. You must put the name of the module dot the name of the function or the method that we want to call greet someone, and I want to greet someone John. And so when I save this and I run, it is going to print out. It's not closed, so I'll save this, and now I'm going to clear and run, and then I have hello and welcome. This is just one way of importing the modules. We can alias the module and say import messages as mg, and instead of calling messages you can say mg dot the name of the function from that module that we want to call, and it's going to do exactly the same thing. And so by the time I run, I'm going to have hello John and welcome. We can define it in a different way. All I need from there is the greet someone function from the messages module, and I have imported everything by saying import messages. You can say from message import greet someone as gs. So now I'm importing just the function from the messages module that I want, and so I use the syntax from messages. So I'm telling it from the module messages import the function or the method greet someone, and I alias what I want the greet someone to be gs. And so what I'm going to be doing next is to be using gs dot greet someone John, and if I want to import everything, I'm going to import messages. If I use the from syntax and I want to import everything, I'll say from messages import all. So you see different syntax of importing things. So you can use import the whole module, or from module name import function or method name that you want to use. Okay, and so this is basically what modules are in Python, and this is how we use module. You are going to use this a lot. This is one of the thing you have to remember and know how to use, because for every software development there's going to be a lot of importation of libraries, a lot of installation of different packages that we will need to use. And this is where we end this lesson. In the next lesson, we're going to look at regular expressions in Python. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.